Hello, my name is Ann Bear. I would like to talk to you about main menu navigation in our ALEKS software. To access the main menu in ALEKS, we want to click on these three horizontal bars that are in the top left corner of the pie screen. Let's first talk about Home. Home is what you want to click on if you want to get back to the pie screen. It will take us back to the pie screen. Learn is where you're actually going to learn your topics. ALEKS will often take you there automatically. So this is where you're learning your topics in Learn mode. And while I'm here, let's look at the Message Center. The Message Center is where you can email me. If I click on this envelope here, it will pop up this screen, and it's taking a moment or two to load. This will send me an exact snapshot of the problem you are working on. So what you want to do, though, is provide enough information so that I know exactly what your issue is. So you can type it in. You can even attach a file here. So you can write your work down on paper and then take a picture of it or scan it in and email it to me. Please provide me lots of detail as to where you're having your issue. So I'm going to click out of this and go back here. Review mode. Review mode here. Review mode is where you go to review learn topics. So once you learn a topic, it will go into review mode. It is possible for you to unlearn a topic through a knowledge check, in which case it will go back to learn mode if it's used as a prerequisite for another topic. Assignments. This is where you're going to go when you take your test. You're going to click on assignments. So I'm going to click on View Upcoming and View All. So these are various assignments you will have in this course. I want to mention now that this is not where you go to see your grades. Some students think this is where you go. This is not where you go. The grades that you will see in assignments are often inaccurate. What kind of assignments do we have here? We've got the final. We've got final exam review assignments, test 3 review assignment, no credit, test 2 review assignment, no credit, test 1 review, no credit, and the signed syllabus statement. The signed syllabus statement is due Tuesday, 5/26. So you want to make sure you're turning that in. It's worth 2% course credit. The directions are in Canvas. Going back to the main menu, let's take a look at worksheet. We will not be using worksheet at all in this course, so please do not click on New ALEKS worksheet. Calendar. This is a great place to go for time management. So calendar, you will see two strips here. The top strip is where is learning. This is everything related to the pie. The bottom strip is assignments. This is what we saw a few moments ago by clicking on assignments. You can click on the icons to see when these assignments or objectives up here are due. And you have the ability to select this by week, 2 weeks, or month. Let's go to the next week. And here you're seeing the test 1 review, no credit, and test 1 pop up. So the test 1 is due June 6th at 10 p.m. That test will disappear at 10 p.m. So you want to make sure you're starting it well before 10 p.m., but you want to make sure you're starting it by 8 p.m. So that's the calendar, and we can keep going here. And you can see we have a test a week. Here is when the final is due. It is due June 24th at 12 p.m. So you want to be starting that by 10 a.m. on June 24th. This is because grades are due at noon the next day. So I need a full day to work on the grades to make sure they're 100% accurate. Now what I want you to see is you're going to have objectives due on these dates. You have a lot of flexibility as to when you take your final. You want to make sure you're keeping up with those objectives as well. We are required by the Arkansas Department of Higher Education to cover the same material in a 4-week course as we would cover in a 16-week course. Now here's the gradebook. This is the place you want to go to see your grades. These grades in the gradebook are exactly the same grades as I see in my instructor gradebook. Reports, feel free to look at those reports. Message Center, we do not need to talk about because that has to do with emailing me the exact problem you're working on. Instructor resources. Now here are some tutoring resources. Let's just click on that link and it will say that you're navigating away from ALEKS, but that will take you to NWAC's tutoring resources. All about knowledge checks. After you take your first system generated knowledge check, that would be a good time to go look at these documents here. So feel free to do that. And I will be putting other instructor resources in there, specifically notes from the test 1, test 2, test 3, and the final review conferences that I will be conducting in this class. Dates of these conferences are on the daily schedule available in Canvas. As always, I want to tell you, feel free to email me. That is the chief way that we can communicate in this course.